test. Hello. Welcome to our new, not so secret location. Just to make sure everything is peachy here. Turn the audio up a tad. We've got 2 active cameras. That's very professional. Just one moment. See if we can get rid of the mini me up there in the corner. There we go. Yes, hello, welcome. Here I am live at Good Games, thanks to the generous support they've given us this all new little setup, and it's fantastic and it's great. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to go over the basics of some of this, and we're going to go over some of the features and more basic. We'll start with the basic stuff and then we'll move into the more advanced side of things once we get on with the evening. So we'll just switch over to our game mat. We will also be joined by Shane, one of the owners here at Good Games, and he will be giving me a hand with everything else. So we'll switch over to the game mat and I'll show you how we're going to work this evening. So here we are. As you can see, this is our brand new game setup. Basically, you can see all of the stuff that we're doing, and we'll be able to walk you through all of the basic elements of the game. And we'll play a game for you, but we'll go slowly so everybody can see what's going on. So, let me first introduce you to the playing field. So Summoners is one of the only card games in the world that is played with 2 decks. So we have a monster deck and a magic deck. Everything you see here, including the dice, can be found in the starter kit or by getting a actual starting booster. So you can get those from Good Games, or you can get them from Heroes HQ, our website, all over the place. So though for all of this, excluding the game mat of course, you can get those in the starter kit. So you'll need a monster deck, a magic deck, and your chakras. The objective of the game is to eliminate your opponent's chakras. Now, a full game's played with all 7 chakras, but for a basic demo game, we're only going to be using 3. This is called the tournament rules. And then we'll sort of move on to the other parts of the cards. So, the hardest part of the game for people to understand is the monster cards. The monster cards have got 3 different elements to them. So, we have the red gem, which is the aggressive gem, the blue gem, which is the defensive gem, and the green gem, which is the evasive gem. At the bottom of the card is the card's weakness, and in the center of the card is the card's ability or the card's personal chakra. So we'll just go around the card and make so that everyone can understand what each gem does. The red gem is the aggressive gem, and it attacks twice, but only needs to be attacked once in order to be defeated. The blue gem is the defensive gem, and it can only attack once, but it needs to be attacked twice in order for it to be defeated. And the green gem is the evasive gem, and the first 2 attacks will miss and the third will hit. An easy way to remember is that it goes in order, so it goes 1, 2, and 3. The weakness is the card's this is the card's weakness, and is associated with the dice that's rolled at the start of the game. So each turn the players need to roll the dice, and if the dice lines up with the card's weakness, it flips over face down on the field and is considered out of phase. This monster can't attack, but it can't defend you either. So you'll see more once we get a demo game happening. You'll understand these features as the game progresses, but don't worry, we will go slow and we'll explain everything that we're doing, and then that way you can follow along at home and you can pause the video and watch it back as much as you like. Unlike the other videos on these channels, this one will be pinned, so you can feel free to come back at any time. You're also very welcome to ask us anything in the chat, and I'll get to those once I see them pop up on the screen. So we have our monster cards, and then we have our magic cards. Now, magic cards can be played at any point in the game, and magic varies from card to card. It's also one of the main features of this game that gives it its replayability and creativity when it comes to deck building. If you've seen our previous episodes, you would have noticed how I mix and match different magic cards in order to achieve different results for the decks. So you will see these played. They're a very important part of the game. They can be played at any time, including your opponent's turn, and they create some very interesting situations, and you're definitely going to see those happen in our plays. So, with the cards out of the way, let me go over how a normal turn works. So players have what's called the draw phase, which is first, and you draw up to 5 cards, and you can draw from either deck. You then have the roll phase. This is when you roll the dice to find out which chakra is active. So in this case, the blue is active. If the eye shows up, the player that rolled the dice gets to choose the element that's in play. It's very good practice to show the element that's in play so that players can remember. Once you've done your roll phase, you then have your play phase. The play phase is when you can summon a monster. You are allowed to summon 1 monster per turn, but in your play phase, you can change the orientation of any of your cards that are on the field. Once a monster is summoned, it cannot attack the turn on which it's summoned. So this unicorn needs to wait till my next turn before it can do any attacks on my opponent. But it can defend me, and it can be affected by magic cards all the same. Going after you've done your play phase, you then have your attack phase. Once you declare an attack, you no longer can change any of the orientation of your cards, and you can no longer do anything else to the monsters. They must attack if they can attack, and if you choose for them to attack. If your opponent has a monster on the field, you must defeat this monster before you can select one of their chakras to be eliminated. If the monster is out of phase, it is considered not in play, and you can go straight for your opponent's chakras. As I've said before, magic can be played at any time. So you can play magic at the start of your turn, at the end of your turn, when your monsters attack, before they attack, after they attack. Just make sure that you declare everything before you move into that phase. You will see in the demo game how we communicate and how we declare attacks and switch. This is going to be a very controlled game, but it's designed that way so that everybody gets an idea on how this card game works. Because unlike a lot of card games, Summoners is its own beast, and sadly we can't compare it too much. So give us a moment to get everything set up, and we will start the demo game shortly. Welcome back. Alright, so we're going to start with our demo game here. Again, we will go slowly so people can follow along. It's just also like I mentioned, I'm joined here by Shane from Good Games. You can wave the top camera. Yeah. So, and they host all of our games in Ballarat. So do come in and visit us whenever you get the chance. So, let's start a game. So the game starts with both players either doing rock, paper, scissors or deciding whoever goes first. For this demonstration, I will go first, but you can do a coin flip, whatever you prefer, to work out who goes first. So now, once you've decided who's going first, both players draw 5 cards. Now again, you can draw from either your monster or magic deck. Just going to do a random mix here. So now that is my draw phase. Oh yeah, we can do our sort of show the. So the fronts and the backs are different, so that you can actually tell what your opponent's holding in their hands. So if we flip them over, you can actually see that the monster and magic cards are all different on the back. And then this way you can see, you can use this to your advantage if you choose to bluff your opponent or pretend that you've got something super special. But you can actually tell and that is that's part of the game, is a little bit of deception. So there's our magic and monster cards. So now I've done my draw phase, so now I will roll. Alright, and so the dark purple is in play. Now for the first turn, it's not going to do much, but it's very good to get into that habit of rolling the dice, even if it is just the start of the turn. So now that I've done my roll phase, I will do my play phase. I can only play one monster per turn, but I can play it in any orientation. It cannot attack my opponent, but it can still defend me, and it can still be susceptible to magic as well. Now, since I can't attack in my turn, I now end my turn and it goes over to my opponent. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yes.
So start of my turn, I've already got 5 cards in my hand, so I don't draw any more. Roll the dice.
Fantastic.
So now I'll go to summon a creature, which will be an Oni.
Yep.
Again, as I've just summoned this creature, it can't attack. So I'm going to pass the turn.
Yeah, fantastic. So now that I've got 4 cards, it's now my draw phase. So now I can draw up to 5. So I can draw from either magic or summon or the monster deck. Now that I've got my 5 cards, I can now do the roll phase. Alright. Now, my monster's ability, since my monster shares the same element as the one that's just been rolled on the dice, I have the ability to choose to use its special ability. I won't cover that now. We'll do this first demo game just doing the basics, but we'll do another game with more of the advanced. Can't hear the other person. Oh, thank you very much. Well, we'll just fix that right now. Thank you very much, Sam.
Can you hear me now?
Just give us a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear Shane. Sing for them.
La la la, can you hear me? I think so, because when I'm speaking, I can see the levels going. We should be alright.
No, we should be fine. Alright, fantastic. Thank you anyway, Sam. I appreciate it. So, we will cover the special abilities and more advanced playstyles in the next game. Oh yeah, thank you very much. They can hear you. So, we will cover the advanced tactics in the next game, but right now just know that I could do this, but we'll just skip that for now. So, I've done my roll phase, and now I get to play a monster. I'll also play an Oni. Now, the Oni was summoned this turn, and therefore it cannot attack. But the Unicorn has been here for a full turn, so it can attack. So now, if I choose, I can go the Unicorn onto the Oni. Now, monsters, each one of the gems have got a different number. The gem that's facing your opponent is the one that's considered in play. You win a battle if your monster's number is higher than your opponent's number. If they're equal to them, which is in this scenario, the monsters actually wipe themselves out. And if you're lower, you would wipe yourself out. This is important to remember since you can use magic cards in order to manipulate the results of battles. Do you have a salt yet? So we'll just do this. So now my Unicorn is going to attack the Oni. Now it is Shane can use any of his spells to prevent this from happening if he has something on hand.
Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a forced defense, which changes the stance of a creature, and I'm going to choose to target the Unicorn to force it into its defensive stance.
Now, since magic can be played at any time, this means that he can play this right now, and even because I've declared the battle, my Unicorn actually flips over, and now its number is less than the Oni's, and therefore my card is defeated. This is the importance of magic, and this is what makes this game so unique to every other card game, is that you can play these spells at any time and affect the results of battles. So my monster is defeated and go.
And because this has been resolved, it goes on the bottom of my magic deck.
Correct. Same with the monster. Both of these, this card game, there is no graveyard. So both the magic and monster decks cycle. So now that I've done my attack, I can't attack again, and I pass it back to Shane.
Right, so start of my turn, I've got 3 cards in my hand now, so I'm going to choose to draw up to 5. So I'm going to draw from my monster deck first, then I'm going to draw from my magic deck, so I now have 5 cards in hand. Now I roll, we get the purple, which doesn't affect either of the creatures in play because they're not weak to that color. Then I'm going to choose to summon a creature, which I'm going to summon a Sukrak in evasive. Now I'm going to choose to go to combat. And we're going to do here 7 versus 7. I'm probably not going to attack here because I don't want to wipe myself out because the 7 is the same as the 7 this side. So I'm going to pass the turn back to Damien.
Fantastic. And we've got comments on the playmats looking lovely.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh, awesome. So now that it's my turn, I do my draw phase. So I draw back up to 5, so I'll draw a monster card. Alright, and then it is now my roll phase. So orange. Again, neither card is affected with weakness, but both of their abilities would activate. But we're not going to worry about that in this game. So I will summon my Leviathan.
Yep.
Alright. Now, I'm going to do this for the purpose of demonstration. This isn't necessarily a good play move, but it's important for you to know. There are certain spells that allow you to change the element of a card. So I have a force blue. So what would happen is I'd play this, and it would force the card, it would force the dice to change. Now, whenever a magic card is played, my opponent has the opportunity to counterspell if they have anything. No counterspells?
No, so
that's fantastic. I kind of wanted to show the weakness anyway.
Yeah, cool.
So, now that this is played, the dice is forced to this blue element, and since the Shilk Crate card is actually weak to blue, down the bottom here, it's element matches the dice. So this card actually flips over and is considered out of phase and therefore not on the field. And as always, now that my magic has been resolved, it goes to the bottom of my magic deck.
It also can't be targeted in this state either, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I can't select this monster to attack, and I can't, this monster can't stop me from attacking. So, the Leviathan cannot attack this turn because it was summoned, but the Oni can, and as Shane said, both of our monsters are at 7, and if I was to attack, it would wipe him out as well. So I'm going to choose not to attack and pass the turn to Shane.
Sure. So I'm going to draw. So I'll draw from the top of my monster deck. I'm then going to enter the roll phase and roll to orange. So this comes back in the stance it was before, which is evasive. I'm then going to summon. So I'm going to summon a Kraken. Then, what else am I going to do? The Oni can't attack, so I can actually choose to change the stance of my creatures at this point. So what I'm going to do, because I'm concerned that the Leviathan is actually going to wipe out my Oni, I'm actually going to swap it into evasive stance.
It's important to remember you can change the orientation of any of your cards as long as you don't do the attack phase. Once you declare an attack, you now no longer can change your cards. But as long as you don't do that, you can change them as much as you like. But once you start attacking, that's when your turn ends now. Sorry. What's the I card do? So I think do you have the chakra?
Oh, are you talking about the chakras?
Oh yes, okay. So the chakras, these are actually what we're trying to target. So when there are no monsters on the field, we can choose one of the chakras to close, and they would flip over. And the winner of the game is the one that eliminates all of their chakras. A full game is played with all 7 chakras. But tournament rules, and for this demonstration, we're only going to play with the 3. But yes, these actually also do certain abilities, but we will cover that in the more advanced game. So in this game, we're just going to go over the very basics, which is just attacking, using the monsters and stuff, and then we will go over the more advanced things. Sort of like kings and queens. So yes, this is our life points if you want to use Yu-Gi-Oh terms.
Yeah. You win the game by eliminating your opponent's chakras.
Well, I used Yu-Gi-Oh terms because in the chat someone says summon the blue eyes white dragon. So I figured that would work.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Right.
So at this point, I don't have any good attacks versus the Leviathan and the Oni. I can't attack with the Kraken because it's just come into play, so I'm going to pass the turn back.
Fantastic. So now it is my turn again. So I've got 3, so I'm going to draw up to 5. Alright, and then remember, you can draw from either deck. If I wanted to draw more monsters or more magic, I could, as long as it's up to 5. So now I will summon a monster, my Manticore into evasive, and then... Oh, I didn't do the roll.
I didn't do the roll.
I didn't do the roll, silly me. So we will do the roll. Thankfully, it doesn't affect the game. Alright, and now it is my attack phase. Now, monsters that are in evasive stance, the first 2 attacks are going to miss. So my Leviathan here, while it's in aggressive stance, it has got 2 attacks. But if it attacks either one of these cards, both attacks will miss. I need a second monster in order to actually do damage. So that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to use my Oni, and I'm going to get 2 attacks because it's in its aggressive stance onto Shieldcrake. So that's the 2 misses, and then I will use my Leviathan for the 3rd attack and win. Now, it's very important to know that even though the Leviathan has 2 attacks, it's already selected a target. I can't attack this one and then this one. Once the target's been selected, that's the only target they can hit.
Nor can an additional attack come through a creature onto a chakra.
Correct.
Either.
So if a creature has been attacked already, even if it has leftover attacks, they've been spent. So I'm going to use my Oni, my Leviathan to attack the Shieldcrake. Do you have anything to save your monster?
It is very, very dead.
So, so now that goes to the bottom of the monster deck. And then I end my turn.
Alright, so I'm going to draw. I'm going to summon a unicorn.
Oh, you also did it. We need to roll it up. That's fine. We're even.
Purple. Yeah, we are. And then going to summon a unicorn into evasive. What do we got?
Yeah, sometimes we just get into it. We just want to start attacking.
We do. Be aggressive. No. I'm going to attack your Oni with my Kraken.
Fantastic. Now the Kraken's got an 8. My Oni has a 7. Now what I'm going to do. Hopefully you've got something. I'd like to do a chain here.
Let's
So
see.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what happened to me before. So I'm going to force the Kraken into defense. Now Shane has a chance to counterspell me. Do you have a counterspell?
Well, I've got to force aggression, so I need to let it resolve first.
I mean, alright, I was going to just pass you a cancel. Alright, that's fine. So I play the spell, so it goes to defense.
Yep.
Alright.
And
then it
at that
resolves.
point, I'm going to force my Kraken back into aggression.
Hang on, I'll do a counterspell.
Oh, yeah.
Now, because magic can be played at any time, so he has played the force. Now this would save his Kraken, so I have the ability to counterspell, which is what this is. So I can do a cancel, which stops the attack. Shane then gets a chance to counter me again if he has anything to counter me again. Can we do it, Shane? Hang on. So
I'm going to reverse the spell.
So the reverse means that the cancel that I used is being used against me, so therefore I can't defend it. Little shifty plays there. So now it goes back into full, and now my Oni is defeated. So even though we did our counter spells, because the attack had already started, neither one of us could stop it. So Shane can't back his Kraken off, I can't back off my Oni. Once they start attacking and we start throwing spells at each other, it's just whatever the results are. So my Oni is destroyed.
Alright. So now I've got an Oni in evasive, which I'm going to choose not to attack with and pass the turn back to you.
Thank you. And now it's my turn, so now I draw back up to 5. And then I get...
Dice.
Draw phase, roll phase. We probably should say it out loud anyway.
Yeah.
That way, that it gets into people's heads.
It's good reinforcement.
It is. We also need it. So draw phase, roll phase, play phase. So I play the Chimera into evasive, and then I can change any of these orientations as long as I don't attack. I can just keep spinning these cards around in circles. So I'm going to play a card, spell summon, which allows me to summon a card from the top of my deck onto the field. Shane has a chance to cancel.
Which I
Which you cannot.
Which I cannot.
That's fine. And so I summon a card and I get to choose. And then that goes to the bottom of my Magic deck. Now, both of these monsters here have both been summoned this turn. Even though I used Magic to bring this out, it counts as if I just summoned it normally. It just, using the spell, I get to summon twice instead of the one time. So both of these monsters cannot attack. I can only use these monsters to attack. Now, in the evasive stance, this creature only has one attack. So what I can do is I can team up with my Leviathan to attack a creature that's in evasive stance. I can't attack the Kraken without wiping out my own cards since they're both the same number. So I'm going to use the Manticore for one attack against the Unicorn.
Yep.
And then I will use my Leviathan for 2 attacks against the Unicorn. Now see how I declared both of my monsters and their target. So now Shane can play a spell or he can do anything he wants, and I cannot change this because I've declared who is attacking what. Can you prevent it?
So I will start by swapping the colour into
Fantastic. So what's happened here is Shane has played a element switch. Now, actually goes out of phase.
So does my Kraken.
So does the Kraken. So yes, even once the element changes, that affects all cards on the field, including your own. So now that this card's out of phase, it can no longer finish its attack. Now I can counterspell. I do get the chance to counterspell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Force Orange to counter this swap. The reason I do that, even though it doesn't affect... Oh, actually, I'm going to...
Yeah, it does.
Because
I've got 2 in my hand, because if you were going to counter, that's exactly what I was going to do.
well, we won't do that. It will not fix the situation.
No.
So, regardless, so now this monster is out of phase. The attack is cancelled. This attack still happens, but it's a miss, and nothing becomes of it. So, oh look at that, we've got smiley faces. Yes. Alright, so now I end my turn. Back to Shane, so now we do the draw phase.
Yep, so draw, I'll choose one from my monster deck, a spell, another spell.
Then we do the roll phase.
So I'm up to 5 cards now. Now I'll roll, and we go to orange, so...
Both of our monsters come back because they're not weak to orange. That's his ability. Yeah.
That's
this one is though.
That's not orange. That's yellow. So
That one is.
That one
So
is. Yeah.
I want to show here. The weakness is yellow, and therefore this monster goes out of phase. Now, if anything happens to this dice where the element changes, this monster can come back as long as it's not the element that it's weak to. So this one's out of phase. So now he's only got the 3 monsters before him.
Yeah.
Sorry, and now it's your play phase.
That's my play phase. So I'm gonna summon. Actually, I do them in order the right way. I'll summon a unicorn into evasive. Now I'll choose to reorient some creatures. So that can stay where it is. The Oni can go into aggressive, and I'll keep the Kraken in aggressive. Now I'm going to choose to go to combat. So I'm going to start by attacking your Leviathan with my Kraken.
Yep. So both of these cards are both 8, and therefore both eliminate each other.
Yep. So before that occurs, I'm going to try and force your Leviathan into defensive.
Very, very good. I am going to reverse that.
I'm going to cancel that.
Very good. I will force my Leviathan into aggressive.
Sure. And yep, these wipe each other out.
Do let us know, because Shane and I have played this game a lot and we both like it a lot, we do tend to go fast. So you can ask at any point any questions you like. If we go too fast, there is no shame in asking us to slow down. We are doing this for demo purposes. So if we do a lot of actions at once and you lose track, please do mention in the chat.
Alright, so second attack, I'm going to attack the Manticore twice with the Oni and follow it up with one attack from the Unicorn.
Fantastic. So, again, because this is invasive, the first 2 attacks are going to miss. So the Oni uses the 2, those are the misses, and then the third attack is coming from the Unicorn, and that's what's needed to defeat this.
Cool. Can't attack with this Unicorn because it's just been summoned, so it's your turn.
So now it's my turn again, so now I get to draw. We're going to have to start wiping out some chocolates on that throw. Yeah. Alright. Oh. I got it. So I've got this ahead. No, I got this ahead, so I'm going to do this now.
That's all right.
Alright, so I'm going to roll. Thank you very much. Play, roll. So this monster comes back now.
No, mine are good. Yep.
I will then place the Minotaur into aggressive stance. I will then dismiss the last monster summoned from Shane.
Yeah, which is my Unicorn, and it comes back to where it was summoned from, which was my hand.
Now, in some instances, like you saw before, when I summoned straight from the top of my deck with that spell card, if this was played, that card would go back there. So it goes back to wherever it came from. I'm also going to do it again. And I think it was your Oni.
No, I played that. No, it was definitely double Unicorn.
Definitely double Unicorn?
Yeah,
very good.
What I've been doing is putting them first and then putting them in that order, so that way I work backwards in order.
Oh, lovely. That's a fantastic. That's a fantastic. Another thing. I'll just point this out since we're talking about it. Some people like to separate their monsters. So if I summon, because I summon the Minotaur, it sits over there, so they know that this one's been summoned. Or doing them in order is a fantastic way to do things. So now that I've dismissed 2, I've only got to get past the 1 monster. So now I can enter my attack phase, and I can use the Kitsune to attack the Oni. They are both 7. They will both wipe each other out. But this is important to remember. This card, even though it's invasive, it still only attacks once. The misses and everything do not happen. They only affect it once it's being attacked. So in this scenario, even though it's got the 2 misses, it still wipes itself out.
Because it's only a bonus when you're defending as opposed to attacking.
Yeah, absolutely. So they both wipe each other out. And now that Shane has no monsters on the field, I can use my monster to attack him directly and choose one of his chakras to close. I will close the purple one. And then I end my turn.
I don't need any monsters because I have 2 of them in my hand now, so I'm going to draw two magic. Then I
roll the dice.
Then I'm going to roll.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Stay in purple. Do like unicorns.
Unicorns
invasive.
are pretty great.
Can't attack, so I've just summoned, so I'll pass the turn back to you, Damon.
Thank you very much. So now it is my turn again, so now I draw up to 5. And then I get to play, but I am going to choose not to play. I'm going to just keep my 2 monsters on the field. And then I'm going to roll the dice. Everything's in place still. And then I had it all planned out in my head and then I forgot. I'm then going to play a magic card, forcing the unicorn into aggressive. And Shane gets a chance to counterspell me.
No, that's gonna happen.
Yep. Now, once magic and everything is resolved, put it under your deck first. Don't leave it out on the field, otherwise you'll start getting confused and messy. Alright, and now it is my turn. So I'm going to use my Chimera to attack the unicorn. Now the unicorn was 7, but I've changed it to a 4. So now the Chimera wins the battle.
Sadly, I have nothing to assist, that's going away.
Yep. Now the Minotaur can attack this turn, and it's going to go for the yellow chopper.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that.
That's fine. And then I end my turn.
Right, I still have 5 cards in hand, so I don't draw, I roll.
Yeah.
We get orange, summon into evasive, and pass the turn. Yep.
So now it's back to me. So now I draw. I roll. So the purple's in place, so this monster goes out of phase.
Geez, that helped a lot.
Alright, and then I get to do my play phase. So I will summon. I will play a spell.
Yep.
You get a chance to counter spell.
0 responses.
I then resolve this before I do anything else. And again, it's good habit to change the dice to the element that's currently in play so that everybody can know. So now my monster comes back. And now, this I'm trying to decide whether or not this is advanced or if this is basic knowledge. Actually, this is this is good for basics stuff. Now, I'm going to really kill myself here. This is insane suicide. So, in this scenario, right? And I actually don't know if I may have gone with this too, but in this scenario, you have a 7, but this monster cannot attack. But I have 2 6s. Now, if I want, I could choose to use both of these cards, right, to go for... Oh, actually, no, I can't because you're in basic. Yeah, never mind. But I will cover it anyway. So you can use 2 weaker monsters in order to take out a stronger monster. So this monster is a 7.
So, for example,
Yes, let's do an example.
if this Kraken was in play,
Yes. If this Kraken was in play, it's an 8. I have 2 6s. So together, they are a 12. But even though their number is big enough, Shane still gets to choose one of these monsters.
I get to assign
die.
8 damage and I can only
Exactly.
kill 1, so yeah.
Correct. But if both of these monsters were 4, he could kill both. So it's an important thing to remember. It doesn't always come up, but if you have no other choice, you can absolutely do that. So, since I cannot attack this unicorn, I am forced to end my turn.
Alright, I am going to draw. I'm then going to roll. Go to orange. It doesn't
so that-
affect anything. I'm going to summon Mapingari into defensive. What we got? I'm then going to go to combat. And I'm going to attack your Minotaur with my unicorn.
Fantastic. So, the unicorn 7, and even though it's evasive, it has got 1 attack. The aggressive gem only needs to be attacked once in order to be defeated. So my Minotaur is defeated.
Can't attack with the Mapigari because I've just summoned it, so I'm going to pass the turn back to Damien.
Fantastic. So now I go. Now it's my turn to draw. Roll. So now the purple's play doesn't affect anybody on the field. I then get to summon. And now I get to play. So I'm going to. So this is very important. So over here, we've got one monster whose defense is 7, and another monster whose evasive is 7. So even though these numbers are identical, because this actually makes contact, you need to hit twice. If I was to attack with this unicorn, it would be defeated, and this monster still be standing because it needs to be attacked twice at 7.
But it still deals damage, unlike a creature that's in evasive that doesn't when it's attacked.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's important to remember that the difference between the evasive and the defensive stance is that in the blue, they both make contact, so the attacks still happen. There is no miss.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Chimera into aggressive stance, and I'm going to use a spell force damage, making my Chimera a 7.
Yeah. That results. I'm going to increase my Mapagari.
I'm
by
going
1.
to use spell reversal and make my unicorn 8.
Now that's a uniform 6 as well. Now you choose a gem, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So then I'm going to choose to force your Chimera into defensive stance.
I will cancel.
Yep, that works.
So now it's important to remember we've now used 2 spells to modify my creatures. So now this is a 7 for this turn, and this is an 8 for this turn. Only for this. Once the turn's over, they return back to normal. The spells only work on the turn of which they're used. So now I have a 7 here, and I have an 8 here. Now, because both of these are 7, but this requires 2 hits, my Chimera is still defeated because it needs to be hit twice. Now, this is an 8, so it will hit and it will kill it because it is an 8, not a 7. But had I not changed it, both monsters would have died. Hopefully I did not make that too complicated. Sometimes, Summons is one of those games where it's a lot easier to play than it is to describe. Absolutely. So now I will end my turn. And again, if we're going too fast for anybody, please just mention. And we're happy to slow it down or explain anything that we do. This is a demo game. We want to showcase everything. We'll go over some of the more advanced stuff soon. But for this, we're just keeping it down to spells, monsters, and we're just keeping it very basic playstyle so that everybody can follow along.
So it's my turn, so I'm gonna draw.
Absolutely.
Draw a creature, draw a spell, and then roll.
Yep.
Go into orange, which doesn't affect anyone. I'll summon a Leviathan into aggressive stance. I'm then going to I'm going to choose to not reorient any of my creatures, and then I'm going to attack your Griffiths with my Unicorn.
Fantastic. So now the Griffiths only needs to be attacked once, and I cannot save it, so it is defeated.
And I have nothing else. I can't attack with this because I've just played it this turn, so I'm going to pass the turn back to you.
Thank you very much. So now it's my turn, so I will draw back up to 5. I will then roll. Now, I rolled the eye, so I get to choose. So I'm going to choose. I have a good play if I wasn't the wrong element. I'm going to choose the purple. Sorry. There we go.
phases out my
this monster
Leviathan.
goes out. So only these monsters are currently in play. I now will summon into evasive. And I'll tell you what, for the demo purposes. Alright. So, and now I could attack, but I can't. I don't have enough attacks. Even though these are both 7, if this monster attacks this one, it's going to miss. So there is only one attack here and one attack here. This is the only gem that allows 2 attacks. So now I will end my turn and pass it back. So he makes the element red, and this puts both of my monsters out of phase.
Brings my Leviathan back. I'm then going to choose to summon and summon the Surecrack into aggressive.
I will play the Smiths,
Yep.
sending the monster back where it came from.
Okay. I'm going to reverse your dismiss.
I will cancel your reversal.
Okay, that happens. I'm then going to attack your purple chakra.
This one?
Sorry,
Yep.
purple, not violet. Yep.
Fantastic. Now, since both my monsters are out of phase, they're unable to defend me. Therefore, he can just go straight in and pick whichever one of my chakras he wishes to close.
Yep. So I've done that. Yep. That's it. Sorry, unless you wanted me to play.
I mean, you play it.
So what I'll do before I pass the turn is I'm going to cast Spell Reawakening, and I'm going to reawaken one of my chakras.
So this is one of the ways that you can survive yourself. I'm going to cancel it.
Are you?
Yeah, but I just wanted to show that there are spells that allow you to actually reawaken your chakras. So just because they're closed doesn't necessarily mean you're losing. You can always turn the tides of the game.
And now I pass the turn.
Now I will draw. So I draw up to 5. I then get to roll. Green. So all these monsters come back because their weakness is no longer on the field, and they go back into the stance that they were in. You can't summon them again in any stance. They have to go back to the way that they were in the field. I then get to summon. So I will summon my Leviathan. I will then play a spell, Dismiss Monster.
Yep.
Now again, resolve all your spells before you continue, otherwise you'll start getting everything all muddled. So, yes. Oh, thank you very much, Zendaily. Thank you for joining us. So, now it's my turn. I cannot attack with the Leviathan. It was summoned this turn, so I'm not going to do anything at all. Yes, no, I won't do anything. I was going to be all kamikaze, but we'll actually, no, I will do something.
Okay.
I will force the unicorn into aggression.
Sure.
Now that the unicorn only requires 1 attack, I will then attack with my unicorn to defeat it.
I'm going to force your unicorn into aggression.
I'm going to reverse that.
Ooh. That's a very dead unicorn.
Yes, and then I will use my Oni to attack the final chakra, and that's it. So that's a full basic game. We'll do another game now. And this time we're going to use the chakras, and we're going to use the creature's special abilities. And we'll go a little bit faster. If we go too fast, you're welcome to ask us anything. You're welcome, and we're happy to slow it down and explain whatever you like. We are doing this for demo purposes, but because we are both very familiar with the game, we will play a full game. And we'll go over everything that's more advanced. So I'll just quickly explain what the chakras do. If the dice matches the element, we can choose to use our Chakra's special ability to give us an upper hand. So sometimes that's an extra attack, sometimes it's a shield. It varies between the Chakras. Did you need to take a break?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good.
I'm just double checking to make sure Pete's at the counter.
Yep. And special abilities activate as well if the dice lines up with them. So,
To make this a little more interesting,
yes.
I'm going to choose colours other than what you have.
Oh, very good, very good. That way we
Hopefully get a trigger.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a good idea. All right, so we shuffle. All right, so I mean, so don't really need to be too extreme with our shuffles, but now for the again, once the game's saying you rock paper scissors, decide whoever you want to go first. This time Shane will go first since I did in our last game. It's just respectful.
Yep.
So we both draw up to 5, including me.
2, 3, 4, 5. Right, you good?
Yep. So we draw,
Roll.
roll.
Into orange.
And again, even though it doesn't affect too much in this phase, we still do it to stay in the habit.
Yeah, I'm going to summon a Chimera into defensive,
Fantastic.
and I'll pass the turn.
Awesome. So now I've already got 5 cards, so I don't need to draw. So instead I'm just going to roll. And the orange is in play. Now, I'm going to play a card face down. All this means is that this card is weak to this. This is called a stealth summon. As my opponent doesn't know what I've done, you can still play a monster even if it's weak to the element that's in play. It just summons out of phase. And I will end my turn.
Sure, I'm going to, before end of turn, change to red.
So before my turn ends, Shane has forced it to red.
So this comes back.
This does.
Sure. Now I'm going to dismiss.
I will
Oh,
cancel.
that's not what I think it is. That's a summon.
That's a summon.
That's alright, doesn't matter, I'm still
No,
going to
that's
play
fine. I will reverse it.
it. Cancel.
I will cancel.
Resolves.
Again, if we go fast, just say, but we are just going to play this game normally.
So now it's my turn.
It is. It's still your
Got
turn.
one card in hand. Draw.
Oh, yeah, so you draw and then
Draw. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll. Come on, purple. No.
your blue ability activates.
Blue
so-
ability. So now, when energy dice displays. No, so what's this?
Yeah.
Any of the player's monsters that share in this chakra can't be damaged.
Correct. So you're Chimera.
Oh, because it's blue.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Alright, so now what?
For the record, you can actually kamikaze it in this turn and it won't die.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I get it. It doesn't help me with the Kraken though.
No, it doesn't. No.
So if that's the case, we will put this into evasive. Actually, we'll do it properly. That was in defensive. Let's summon first, and I'll summon this guy into evasive. I'm then going to change to evasive. That needs 3 hits because it's inevasive. None of this is good. That doesn't help me, that doesn't help me. So that stays in evasive. And I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay. So now it's mine. So I draw. I then roll.
Orange.
Orange.
Yep.
Not me too much, does it? Then I summon. So I will summon a Shield Crack.
Yep.
I will then dismiss monster.
Reverse.
Oh, very good. Okay. Results.
Winner.
And I will attack. So I will force your Chimera into Aggression.
Yep, that happens.
I will then attack with the Kraken against the Chimera.
Yep, that occurs.
And then I end my turn.
End of your turn, I'm going to change to orange,
I will do the same.
and I'm going to do it again.
It's very orange.
It's very, very orange. Alright, the main reason I was doing that is to get rid of cards that aren't useful to me now, so that I have less cards in my hand at the start of my turn, so I draw more cards. So, draw creature, spell, spell, spell. Alright, Chimera into evasive.
Yeah, roll.
Oh yeah, roll green. They will stealth summon.
Stealth summon.
Rightio. So I'm going to dismiss,
I have to allow that.
which is the Kraken.
Yes.
Alright. Put Grillis into aggressive. I'm then going to force defensive the Manticore. Then going to go to combat and attack your Manticore with my Grillis.
I will damage up.
I will also damage up.
Very good.
That's the end of my turn. All yours.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, so now I draw back up to 5. So I summon. Oh, I should roll.
Yep.
That's fine. Purple's in play. I summon.
Stealth summon?
No, it's the other purple.
Oh, it's the violet,
Yes.
not the purple.
Yep. I will then summon a monster.
Sure. Roll.
And then I have to end my turn. Both of these were summoned this turn, so I cannot attack.
So end of your turn, I'm going to force aggression.
I will reverse it.
Sure.
So I force him to aggression.
Sure. Start of my turn. Oh, actually, this comes back with purple.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to draw. Creature, spell. Summon, roll. Green.
So no.
This goes away. That summoned in a evasive. Oh, this is not good. Oh no, this is okay. Let's force change to
Purple.
purple.
So he goes away. And
Yep.
he comes back.
And he comes back. Right. Let's try and break some things. Let's force your hippocampus into defensive.
Yep, I can't stop it.
Yep. I'm then gonna swap to aggressive. These will both be in aggressive. And then I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
Grillis first, 2 attacks.
Defeated.
Then the Chimera at your violet.
Very good.
Pass turn.
Fantastic. So now it's my turn, so I draw. Oh, that was force hard. Typical. Right, roll. So
Orange.
So he
Oh.
comes back.
Yep, we're all good.
I then summon.
Yep.
I then dismiss.
Then dismiss. Reversal.
Ooh. Very good. I cannot stop that. I will dismiss again.
That hurts. That's the unicorn too. Boo.
I will then use my Kraken to attack the Chimera.
Yep, that happens.
Yep. Again, feel free to ask any questions. Hopefully, after seeing the demo game, you sort of get a better understanding what's going on. And if we're going too fast, or if you have anything at all, this is just a demo game. We're doing this to show how to play the game, and we're doing it on a more full scale. So we will share with you any like super advanced stuff we do, but most of this stuff is what we covered before.
So end of your turn, I'm going to force aggression.
Okay.
More spells is more spells. All right, go to my turn. Oh, spell.
Well, I have
Spell.
a monster thing because you keep sending them back.
Yeah, correct. Now we'll roll. Orange.
Yep.
Alright, let's summon into evasive. God, this doesn't help me at all. Sadly, I'm going to put him into evasive and I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay. So now I draw.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Roll. So blue, so the Grillis. I will then summon my Manticore into
Yep.
evasive.
Yep.
I will then dismiss.
Cancel.
I will cancel.
Cancel.
Ah, very good. So that's dismissing me.
Yep.
Confused myself.
No, it wasn't a reversal, it was cancel.
Yes, but the original spell was dismiss.
Yeah, but it just gets cancelled.
Oh, yes, correct.
Because you played dismiss,
Yes.
I cancelled your dismiss.
Yes. and
You
then
cancelled my
I
cancel, I cancelled your cancel.
Yes, correct. So it's just cancelled.
Correct.
Fantastic. All right, good. Oh, I can live with that.
If it was a reversal, that would have been amazing.
I will then force your unicorn into aggression.
Yep, that occurs.
And I will eat it with the Kraken.
Yep. Kraken breakfast. Cool.
And I end my turn.
Alright, draw. Draw.
I could use this card at any time.
Draw. You can.
No, I can't. It's a monster. Yeah.
Alright, let's roll. Come on.
Yellow. He's in play still.
So that's cool.
It's also important to note, I'll just point this out on the cards, the actual background of the monsters matches their elements. So if you're ever confused as to which element they are, you can just see the actual colour of the card.
Alright, so unicorn.
If he's allowed.
Yeah, if he's allowed. I'm then going to swap.
Yep.
Now, one of the things which is nice that I really like about the game is because the cards have different backs, I can actually tell that the one card that Damien has in his hand is not a spell. So I can effectively free roll what I do here because I know he can't counter me.
Absolutely. Which is a breath of fresh air.
So at this point, we force the Kraken into defense. We then go to combat and the Grillis will attack the Kraken.
Twice, fantastic.
Twice, kill it. I'm then going to pass the turn.
Fantastic. Alright. So now I draw back up to 5.
Yep.
I then roll. It's the orange. I then summon.
That's yellow, isn't it?
It's yellow, but yeah. This monster can attack twice in its aggressive stance. Oh yes, very good. No, it's a different.
No, that's
a
the
different
orange,
yellow.
not yellow.
But
yeah.
thank you though.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. So this monster has the ability that it gives it 4 attacks in its aggressive stance, but neither is going to help me in this scenario. Instead, okay. I will force aggression, the unicorn.
No.
Reverse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Unicorn is aggressive,
Aggressive unicorn is aggressive.
and it will be eaten by the lion.
If I force damage up twice?
Oh, I will cancel, and then I will reverse.
Yep, okay. Yum yum. Cool. That's it.
That is the end of my turn.
Alright, draw, 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 draw.
Now, that was actually a good turn, somewhat for Shane, because now I have no cards. So he knows I can't do anything.
Yellow, we stay exactly where we are.
The dice is weighted.
Certainly feels that way. Let's start by dismissing.
Oh, very good.
Yep. Then...
Oh, actually, wait, no, it was a medical.
No, because it attacked me. It was definitely this.
No, this... Oh, yeah, because this got sent back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
no, never mind.
So
never
this
mind.
goes back?
This goes back, yes.
Yep. Then I'm gonna summon a Grillus. Then... Do I fold that? I probably do. I need an extra attack that I just don't have. That doesn't match. It makes me very sad, Panda. Yeah, I'll... no, you've got no cards in hand, so I'm going to summon now. This seems fine.
Yeah.
Pass.
Fantastic. It's now my turn, so I will play, I will summon, I will roll. So nothing happens to our guys. I will then attempt to summon my Shieldcrag. Yeah, I was waiting for it. I will then Awaken Chakra.
Sure.
And then I will try and kill something. I will put my Manticore into aggressive.
Okay.
I will then force your Oni into defense.
Sure. Yep. Resolves.
Yep, I will then eat the Oni with the Manticore. 2 at 5.
Yep. That happens.
I will end my turn.
Monster. Spell. Spell. That's it. Roll.
Yep. You get to choose.
Choosing good.
Choose blue.
Yeah, this seems fine. No. We choose orange.
Damn.
Summon unicorn. Yeah, I think we're going to throw a Grillus under the bus. We're going to attack here.
Damage up.
Damage up. Reversal.
Cancel.
Ah, he's got it. All right. Here's a question. Because that has damage marked on it, can I go in again to finish it or no?
I mean, no, it's still 7.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I mean, so, yeah. Yeah! You could attack it again, but yeah, it's still 7.
Yeah, okay. Pass the turn.
Yep. I draw.
Actually, there's a card in my hand I could use to save my creatures.
I roll.
Yeah.
It is red, so unicorn goes away. Kraken in aggressive stance.
Kraken in the house.
Yeah. Kraken around. That's what he does. I will then. Is it worth it? Is the question. The answer is no. I'm going to force your Grillus into defense.
Sure.
I will then eat it with Shieldcrag.
Blue?
Ooh, no.
Okay.
Manticore will have your red chakra.
Sure.
And I end my turn.
Awaken, end of turn?
Oh, no.
Okay. Can't blame a dude for trying. Alright.
No.
Creature. Spell. Roll. Purple.
Yep. Oh, dude. If that was me, if your Grillis was out with that,
It would have been okay.
it would have been a fun time.
Alright. So let's summon into aggressive.
Yes.
Let's summon again.
Oh, very good.
Board state. Rainbow Serpent evasive.
I feel like I've weighted this one with a lot of D-summons, but with a lot of
Something
summons.
like that. What are we gonna do? Let's try and eat a crate with a unicorn.
I will make him disappear.
Ooh. Let's make him not disappear.
Oh, okay.
And this goes away as well.
That works, that works. I mean, he still disappeared.
Yeah. He just doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Past the turn.
Okay, my turn. So now let me draw.
No comments in the chat.
No, everyone's just enjoying the show. So we've
Red.
got red. So he
Oh,
comes back.
unicorn
he
goes away.
I will summon him.
Yep.
I will then dismiss your Rainbow Serpent.
Nyet.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And now we have a problem.
We do.
This one says allowed one extra attack in its attack phase, and it doesn't help it.
Well, it depends. There's nothing stopping you from throwing the Kraken under the bus to then have a
Yeah,
Manticore
no,
eat
that's
a
true.
chakra.
Yeah, that's true.
That seems fine.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, so
Krakens eat each
Kraken
other.
eats Kraken.
And then, yes, the Manticore will go in for the blue.
Rightio, it's gone. My turn?
It is.
We need spells. 1, 2, 3. Come on, not red. Yes, this goes away. What we got? Give me something that helps me. Summon to evasive. Don't have anything that allows us to go into combat past the turn.
Fantastic. Draw. Alright, so now I've drawn up to 5. I now roll. And ooh, he stays gone. He stays away.
It's okay with me.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find it. I will summon him into defense.
Yeah.
And I will then force aggression the unicorn.
Force aggression the unicorn.
Yes.
No?
Reverse.
Reverse?
Oh.
So I'll actually force your I'll choose to reverse this to reverse the.
Yeah, you would reverse my reversal, which would be reversing the cancel.
No, what I don't want the cancel to go away. Actually, oh no, because you can change it back.
Yes,
Yeah. No,
yes.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Sometimes you gotta think about it. All right. Well, in that case, guess we'll just have to live with each other.
Right.
It is now your turn.
I'm gonna color change twice. End of turn.
Yep.
Alright, draw, monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll.
Blue.
Blue is
and
fine.
Comes back.
Comes back. Summon a Bunyip into defensive. Yeah, okay. Start with a dismiss.
Ooh. Very good. Craig.
Yep. Then we are going to force to defensive.
Not good. Not good for Hippocampus.
Then we will keep these how they are. Rainbow Serpent's going to attack Hippocampus.
Yep.
Actually, I need to hit it twice.
You do.
don't I? So I probably should have changed stances. We'll change it into aggressive because that doesn't matter because they're
Yeah,
both fives. Then
very
I'll
good.
hit it. And then we'll go through to hit Violet.
Oh, you gotta get past him.
I've got to get past the Manticore. If I do this, it goes away. Then we'll hit the Chakra.
Very good. Which one was it?
This one, please. Your turn.
Mate. I appreciate that, the most gracious of you. Alright, I roll.
Yellow.
Yellow. Snake goes away.
Bye bye, Snakey.
Manticore comes back. Well, the critic can return to the battlefield. I will then summon.
Yep.
Oh, this guy's just on. He's on call. He is on call today.
Man,
And then
I worked so hard to get rid of him.
he's there. He's there when you need him. Now I can attack 4 times in aggressive stance,
Okay.
but it's not going to do me too good if everything is the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to damage up to make him a 6,
Sure.
and he will eat the bunny. Oh, I will know.
Yeah, okay, winner. I tried.
You did.
Alright. Anything else?
I don't have the tax to do anything else, so no.
Draw, draw, draw. We roll. Come on, something good. Orange,
Oh,
right?
he goes away.
Snaky boy comes back. Summon an Oni into aggressive, I guess. Yeah, it seems fine. Alright. Let's break some stuff. Hippocampus defensive.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, Rainbow Serpent, smack.
Yep. Can't do anything about that.
Unicorn doesn't do anything. That there, no, we're good. It's all yours.
Okay, and turn. So now I'll summon. Oh wow!
You've got some
I
gas.
do. I do. Oh, wow.
I think this is where I lose the game.
Well, look, we're going to do the whole 9 yards. So I will summon him into aggressive stance.
Sure. What are you picking, by the way?
I'm going to pick red.
Yeah, I thought you might.
He comes back.
Sure.
He goes away too.
God, no, this is bad. This is very
look,
bad.
I'm going to win anyway. But,
We'll see.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Smith.
Reverse.
Oh. Okay. Bye-bye, Grillis. Dismiss.
We're not dead yet. Change to purple.
Doesn't counter that.
It doesn't, but it gives me more options for what goes away.
What do you mean?
These creatures come
No,
back.
no, it just goes to last one summoned. It doesn't matter who.
Yeah, but it's currently out of phase.
It doesn't matter. He just goes. He can still be.
Can he?
Yeah, he can still be sent back.
Oh, cool. Then, sure.
Again,
And that comes to hand. And again.
that's the Rainbow Serpent.
Yeah, so now we do this.
I mean,
It's still going away.
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
It means I'm not dead.
No. I probably could have not gone for the victory lap, but anyway.
You got to burn the resources because now I'm drawing 2 less cards, right?
Yeah. No, that's right. I could have just killed the snake and won, but I had to
No.
had to go with the triple D summon because I had it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, I will have to just do that and accept the end of my turn.
All right. Draw. Oni.
I hope that viewer on Facebook is not Zendali, because I would absolutely have realised what I'd done.
Force aggression.
Yep.
Then we'll hit here.
Yep.
Oni attacks. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Force aggression. Smack. Disappear. Ninja vanish. Okay. Your go.
Draw.
So bad at this game.
I mean, this is just a demo deck.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
know.
your deck's.
Doesn't mean I don't want to win.
Roll. So he comes back.
Yeah.
Then the snake will make an appearance,
Yeah.
and I will then. Put the Manticore into evasive.
Yeah.
I will then force aggression.
Yeah.
The unicorn.
No.
Reversal.
Okay.
The Manticore will eat the unicorn.
Sure.
I will end my turn.
Actually, what is that? Oh, that's fine. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Again, if we're going, don't feel free to ask us anything. If we're going too fast, just let us know. We do sort of pick up the pace and start really turning cards and flipping things and just ask questions.
Summon evasive.
Yep.
Force defensive.
Oh,
Actually, I should probably roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be right back.
So what have I done? Summon here.
You did.
Right. Cool. That was there. Force damage. That does nothing. Your turn. Actually, no. Yeah, your turn.
Okay. Draw back up to 5. I then roll. I get to choose. Who can I deal with? Who's my problem child?
Probably the Oni.
I'm going to it's the Oni. Red. I will then stealth summon.
Sure.
And then I will force aggression.
Force aggression.
Yes, the Rainbow Serpent.
No.
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 Reversal.
Damn it.
And the Manticore will eat him.
Damage up.
Oh, no.
Now your hand's empty. But I'm also dead.
Rainbow Serpent.
Well
Well
played.
done, well done. So thank you guys for that. I'll just jump over to the camera. You can come join me.
Yeah.
Let's just quickly change to the front camera. There we are. Fantastic. Awesome. So thank you very much. Yes. Oh, good idea. So hopefully that was a good demonstration. And like I said, we're going to pin this video so you can watch it back and study everything that's done. The second game is more advanced than the first game. The first game's all your basics and all of those elements. Now, what you need to play the game is a starter kit, which is a 2-player bundle, or a single starter booster. And that contains your chakras, your spells, and your monsters. Booster decks contain your monsters and your magic, and they're there to reinforce your decks. We also have the special edition, but we won't cover that right now. Yes, thank you. You can also get accessories. Now, currently, only Good Games, especially Good Games Ballarat, actually stock Summoners accessories, and I will pass that on to you.
Yeah, so one thing that we got into stock today was actually sleeves, which are made by Ultimate Dragon Shield, which is one of the better, stronger type of sleeves in market, and these comes in pack of 50 to protect your Summoners cards. So, for example, I've got one of my starters is one of the first 200, so I've actually got it in a series of sleeves. They're actually matte sleeves, so they're anti-glare, so you can see as I'm moving this around in the light, they're very easy to see. But yeah, so come into Good Games, get some accessories.
How much are they?
So these are $14 for a pack of 50.
Fantastic. We also will have game mats as well, which will also only be through Good Games when we have those announced. We'll say.
We've got those. The other thing we did by popular demand is Wednesday night is Summoners Game Night here at Good Games Ballarat. And what we did is, rather than have it competitive format, everyone wanted it to be a bit more casual. So what we're going to do is drop the price down to $10 to come and play. And I'm going to give out 120% of whatever the entries are. So the more people that play, the more that goes in the prize pool. And we're actually going to do a series of random door prizes.
It's going to be, it's going to be really cool.
Which will be either your choice of a mix of Summoners products or store credit, which you can use to buy accessories like sleeves for your cards if you've got enough cards already. So, which is tomorrow night. So
yes,
starting at 6:30, but casual play up until the point when we close at 10 p.m. So come down tomorrow, meet fellow Summoners players, have a good time, have a bit of a joke and a laugh. I think we got 6 last week.
Yeah.
And it was really good just to meet different people and
it's a really good vibe.
And have a really good time playing Summoners, which myself and Peter both love the game. We've gotten into it pretty heavily, so we'd love to have more people to play against. So please come and join the fun tomorrow night.
So yes, hopefully that everything helped you out tonight, and by all means you can always ask us questions on all of our socials and everything like that. For that, I will leave you to it, and